This is a review of the Foxeer FPV Action Camera Legend 2. This can do 1080p 60 frames per second, so it's an HD footage. It comes in this box. It says over here what it is, the color, some label, and some information what's inside. So let's open the box. What you get inside is some instructions here. One thing to notice, the password over here is wrong. It's actually 12345678990 because I tried and it actually didn't work with this password over here. And this is just a thank you letter, and here comes the actually camera, which I'm trying to remove. Okay. So we got a little branding over here. It just says you can do 12 megapixel UHD footage. It weighs only 45 grams, and you can use an application with that. But yeah, so if you have an Android or an iPhone, search for Foxeer, and it will come up with an application. You can just download it and then you can control the camera settings from there. So in the back here we have a USB connector, a micro HDMI port, an LED of indications that we're going to go through later. And these two holes, they are actually, one is for resets and the other one is a light. Over here we got the actually mode, both power on and off. By holding down it will turn on, and by holding down again it will turn off. Record or take a picture, it depends how you set it. And then if you hold down, this LED here is going to flash green. It means the Wi-Fi has been enabled. And I suppose if you hold it down again, it will disable the Wi-Fi. And then yes, over here we got the lens, and I suppose this is the microphone input. So let's go ahead and try to turn on. So you hold it down until you hear beeping. So now it says it's on, and the solid red lights you can see over here. Let's see, yeah, you can see. It means it's just on. If I press once, it started to flash, which means it's actually recording right now. And if I press again, it stops. To enable the Wi-Fi, just hold down this button here. They call it the shutter. Hold it down until you hear beeping. Yes, yeah. And now you see here a green light that's basically flashing. And then now if you open your application, you're gonna have to search for the Wi-Fi. I think it's called Foxeer Legend 2 something. So it's going to be very obvious which Wi-Fi is it. And the password, remember, is 123456789 and 0. It's not the one that is on the instruction, but it's the actual one I just told you. It could be actually be different yours, but in my experience, it was that one. Also on the side here, we have a micro SD, which I have to say is not the best micro SD slot I've seen so far, because it gets stuck inside there. So the SD card, I had to kind of open it over here, the 3 screws, to actually remove the SD card. So I suppose this is probably is good and more lightweight, but this slot over here is not made to be like removed quite often. So just be aware of that. So if you basically don't if you don't use an SD card, you use it for recording, you download it from the USB, you can go ahead and do that, because the micro SD card slot is very difficult, except if you actually go ahead, open the case, and then file this one down, like this little piece over here, or plastic down here, because that's where it gets stuck. It might be a protection, but it's not very handy when you want to try to remove it. That's it for this. Let's go ahead and see what's inside the box. So yeah, I'll hold down the button and it basically turns off. So over here we have another box, which we're going to open now. So what's inside is a casing, like a silicone case, which also like a holder. Inside there is a micro USB, plus another micro USB, which you can actually power via a servo connection. I think it's a tripod screw over here as well. What's also inside are the straps, which I suppose the straps are to strap the camera around it to secure it, and then some Velcro and adhesive to kind of stick it down as well. It all depends, I suppose, what kind of setup you're going to go with. But yeah, so this is what you actually get in this package. It's a camera, some strap and Velcro, and then some accessory. That's it. So I'm going to show you right now a little test I've done outside. It was a bit cloudy, and you can basically make your mind depending on what you think is a good camera, depending like different light conditions or not. So here we have the Foxeer Legend 2. I'm testing outside to see how it performs. So now we're going to test like pointing down the grass and then pointing up to see the HDR performance. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So we're going to see later in the video how it's going to perform. And just kind of walk around, like if it was a drone just walking around, and you're going to see on it over here on top what it looks like. Today is a bit cloudy, so I couldn't test it in the good conditions, but yeah. So otherwise, here I stop recording. So we got over here a USB port, some charger at the moment because it was not fully charged when it comes. We got a micro SD slot on the side, and then the power button here. So to turn off, just hold down, and then hold down again to power on. So now it's on. If you want to enable the Wi-Fi, just hold down the camera until it blinks green. Now. And then now you're able to connect over Wi-Fi, and then you can see the settings. And then to record, you just press it and the red is flashing. It means it's recording. You can define recording or pictures. It's a very compact cameras, but yeah, it doesn't compare like GoPro.